DC's Harley Quinn is one of the funniest shows that I've ever seen, and it's such an impressive achievement that I'm not going to waste one more sentence before I dig into what makes this animated series so special. Perhaps the most impressive aspect of DC's Harley Quinn is how it twists and distorts the established Gotham City mythos for comedic effect. Riddler, for example, is constantly undercut by people easily guessing the answers to his riddles.
What is cold but still burns? What will eat you if you drink it? What?
Acid.
It's acid.
I am not done. What is... Wait, did I say the thing about cold but still burns?
Yes.
Right.
No.
Because it's acid.
No. Okay, it's acid. I'm dropping you in a pool of acid.
Scarecrow, the creepiest dude in the 24/7 creep fest that is Gotham City, here operates on suburban dad levels of cheerful demeanor.
All the heavy hitters: Sinestro, Lex Luthor, Roger Goodell. FYI, we stand for the anthem here.
Oh, and King Shark, you know, the terrifying 2,750-pound behemoth known for eating people alive? Well, in this show, he's just a friendly hacker.
I cannot believe this. I mean, it's just the most unlikely set of circumstances that would put me, about 70% shark, in a situation that pretty much demands a mostly shark man.
Clayface, typically a villain with the tragic backstory of an actor turned hideous deformed creature, is now almost exclusively defined by his being...
Oh, fuck, not again.
An actor!
He's ultimately more akin to a character like Tobias Funke than he is some tortured monstrosity. You also got Kite Man. Just Kite Man.
Kite Man. What was that? Whoa. Did I just hear the wind say, Kite Man?
I could honestly keep going here. Batman, Robin, Jim Gordon. But the show's way of using our own expectations for a character against us is probably best exemplified through Bane, who is just... I mean... which clip do I even play?
Is your card the 3 of hearts?
No.
Fuck.
As showrunner Justin Halpern put it, there's something about a guy that fucking huge being sort of a pencil-pushing sensitive middle manager that made us laugh. Not every character is refined into an impressively effective gimmick, though. Some characters are refined into something far, far greater, like... Poison Ivy plays more than just the straight man to Harley Quinn's Harley Quinn. She's so gosh darn well written here, it is by far my favorite interpretation of the character. I mean, I wasn't some crazy Poison Ivy comic fanboy or anything, but I am certainly a fanboy of this version of Pamela Isley. Ivy is simultaneously confident and vulnerable, a person who is as authoritative and powerful as she is fearful and insecure.
You helped me. I can be around people now. I hate it, but I can do it without vomiting.
Of all the main cast, I think it's Ivy who feels the most real, and she serves as the heart and soul of the series. To say that Ivy is so much more than the role of sexy plant lady that the character is often reduced to is to make an enormous understatement. And Lake Bell, who voices the character, as well as the writers, directors, and animators who brought this version of Poison Ivy to life, all deserve enormous praise. Speaking of voice actors, holy freaking moly, what a cast! You have Kaylee Cuoco doing a faithful Harley Quinn voice while undeniably making the character her own. You have Diedrich Bader as Batman and Tony Hale as Dr. Psycho. Then you have Rahul Kohli as the ever-charming Scarecrow and Christopher Maloney as the hilariously harrowed Commissioner Gordon. You got Jason Alexander, George Costanza himself as Cyborg Man.
All right, people, listen, I want ideas. Something that's gonna get us on the Legion of Doom's radar.
I could call my old pal Hank Kissinger. I'm sure he has a few war crimes he never pulled off.
I know we're criminals, but are we really war criminals?
No one thinks they're a war criminal. Then you find yourself aiding a separatist movement to overthrow a democratically elected leader, and boom! You're a war criminal.
And finally, one of my personal favorites. You have the best guy ever, Giancarlo Esposito, as Lex Luthor.
You could be the next member of the LOD. That's what we call the Legion of Doom.
Oh, is that what it stands for? I thought it was Legion of Dildos.
That is a sex shop down the street with whom we're currently in a protracted legal battle.
Yet, comedy is not the only weapon that DC's Harley Quinn has stored in its arsenal. There's also... My favorite episode from Season 1 has to be Bensonhurst. where Harley reconnects with her estranged parents, and we are shown the roots of the lifelong abuse that shaped Harley and that continues to affect her. This episode, perhaps better than any other, allows the audience to understand what drives the protagonist to act in the ways that she does, and it accomplishes this without skimping out on any of the humor, too.
Well, I went to the doctor last week. I got the brain cancer.
Jesus, that's an aggressive form of brain cancer.
This is the brief bit where I go into spoilers, so skip to this timestamp on screen in case you want to avoid that. I've talked a lot about how the writing of this show subverts your expectations, almost exclusively about that in fact, and while that phrase may seem overused in this current age of internet film discussion, the way that this series subverts your expectations with its protagonists is its greatest accomplishment. In a show that prides itself and markets itself on Harley Quinn breaking free from the abusive clutches of the Joker, Harley Quinn finds herself back in the abusive clutches of the Joker. Look, I am by no means an authority on abusive relationships, but I think it's incredibly bold of the writing team to allow Harley to relapse like this. It would have been an easy choice for Joker to hold zero power over Harley after their breakup in the pilot episode, but I think that's a much less realistic take on this story. And importantly, Harley doesn't end the season having fallen for the Joker again. As Harley herself says,
My real origin story didn't happen here. It happened in your lair.
Despite the over-the-top violence and the goofily exaggerated setting of Gotham City, this is a show that knows its characters inside and out. And as the season progresses, the focus on character drama pays off spectacularly. As absurd and whimsical as the series can be at times, as often as Harley Quinn pokes fun at its own characters, it doesn't shy away from treating these characters as real, flawed, and complex people. There is so much more to shower praise onto here. I mean, I didn't even talk about Alan Tudyk's hilarious yet terrifying performance as the Joker. I didn't talk about how absolutely fantastic every single moment at the Legion of Doom headquarters is, and I didn't talk about how Frank the Plant is the perfect amount of obnoxious without ever becoming obnoxious to the audience, but just watch the show. In the end, there's no substitute for watching Harley Quinn because there's not much else like it right now. And I, for one, cannot wait to see what wild shenanigans Harley and her crew get into in Season 2, which is actually out right now. So go check it out. It's available to stream on DC Universe. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and comment down below telling me your favorite joke from Season 1 of Harley Quinn because, man, are there a lot of good ones to choose from. To stay up to date on all things regarding the channel, you can subscribe and follow me on Twitter at critical_rants. My upload schedule should be a bit more frequent from here on out, so I will see you guys soon. At the end of all my videos, I normally have a gag or a funny bit that I do, but there's really nothing that I could do here that is funnier than just playing a clip from the show, so enjoy.
So this is a place to get creative feedback on ideas.
Exactly. We modeled it after the way they do things at Pixar.
I wish they would make another Up movie.
They can't. The story was over at the end of the first.
Unless the kid is the old man in the sequel.